Hello, and welcome to Doormat's Legendary Channel, where we drop the latest in legendary content. Here we are on our last of the playthroughs for Weapon X. Next up will be a review video. I'm going to try to get that done before the legendary tournament starts, or get it uploaded before it starts, but here in the next couple of days, the legendary tournament starts, and that'll be the videos that'll be up is gameplay videos of the tournament. More info on that coming. But today, we are fighting Omega Red. That looks like there's quite a bit of glare on it. But we're going to be fighting Omega Red today, and his scheme is condition Logan into Weapon X. And so we'll go through that as it comes along. So it has 8 twists and exactly one hero with Wolverine or Logan in its name. And then we do different things on the twists, which we'll go over as we come across them. So, got everything shuffled up. Let's go ahead and get started. With turn number 1. And Wild Child is the first villain to come out. And we start out with a 5 and 1. Okay, so let's see. So with this one, we have our normal heroes from the expansion, and then I've added Cable. I added Cable because he's Weapon X, not Weapon X, X-Force team affiliation, which can help level. Plus, I thought Cable would be kind of fun. Alright, so I have 5. So Omega Red, he gets stronger when there are wounds. And he, with his Master Strikes, he cares about covert heroes. There's none of those there now. So I have 5. So I could get Disaster Survivalist. It's 2 recruit. And when a Master Strike is played before it takes effect, you may discard this card. If you do, draw 3 extra cards at the end of this turn. So that could be good. Gives me some card draw. Could get this Berserking Marrow. I can really get anything. I think this Evolving Abilities Weapon H is good because I can have it make all recruit instead of attack. And if I get another instinct, I get a +1. So that's 2 recruit or attack every turn I play it. So I think I'm going to go with that. And then it's not going to get in my way, so I will go ahead and also get Sentient Bullets as well. Turn number 2. Is a Master Strike. So, Omega Red, each player discards one in their covert heroes or gains a wound. So that means each person is going to gain a wound, and they're both grievous wounds. Okay, now Omega gets +2 while I have any wounds, and +2 when there are any wounds in your discard pile. When you KO any wounds for the first time in a turn, put them on the bottom of the wound deck and gain a wound to the bottom of your deck. So I never really get rid of the wounds. But getting rid of a wound can get a wound where he is not being not getting any stronger. Alright, so I have a 3 and 3. So, thinking this through, okay, so if I fight Wild Child with 3 attack, they're going to berserk 3 times. In here, I have 1 attack. If I fail, then I'm going to be KOing a card that costs 1 or more. So I think there's nothing really to lose here, because if I fail, I'm not going to have anything that costs 1 or more. So I'm going to fight Wild Child in the sewers and berserk 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I failed, but none of those were 0 costs, so I can't do anything about that. I think I'm going to get Bone Shards Marrow on this side with my 3 recruit. Alrighty, turn number 3. And we have Feral coming in. This is a villain that if you fight, you can gain as a hero. Alright, so I have a 3 and 3 over here. And so with that 3 and 3, I have no deck. So that means that if I fight anything in the city, I will have a max of 3 additional attack coming in. But that's only in 2 cards. So I'm gonna take the attack, and since I've got it, I'm gonna try to use it. And I'm gonna berserk. And I'm gonna try to fight Wild Child. I'm gonna berserk 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I defeat Wild Child. KO one of the cards you berserk this way that costs 0. So wounds do count as 0. But if I were to KO this wound, it would go on the bottom of the wound stack, and then I would gain another wound to the bottom of my deck. I'm just gonna get rid of the agent and not overthink this. And then I get 3 recruit. Let's see, I have picked up an instinct, and I have picked up Fantomex's full thing of bullets. So I've not picked up a green. So let's see. I think I'm going to pick up Future of Warfare. Weapon H. Alrighty. Turn number 4. Okay, so we have Skinless Man Weapon X sequence. Ambush. Skinless man captures bystander of your choice from your victory pile. If you don't have one, gain a wound and he captures one from the bystander stack. So he captures that. And this person gains a wound. Okay. Alright. So we have a 3 and 2. So 3 recruit. We're going to get this other Bone Shards Marrow for 3. Okay, turn number 5 is Dokken. He has both Berserk and Weapon X sequence. Fight, KO one of your heroes. Fail, gain a wound. Alright, so we have a 4 and 3. 4 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3. Can't activate it. And I don't need the recruit because there's nothing here that's 6. And Weapon X sequence is a 3 in the for that. So he's at a 6. That's a 6. Let's see. In my discard pile, because once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 cards. So it's exactly half and half of this deck that will trigger the Berserk on those. So let's not fight anything. And since we're not fighting anything, we'll turn that into recruit. So we'll have 4 and 2. So I'm going to get Strike at the Heart of Evil, Cable. And then I'll get 3 Brains, Fantomex. So I don't want to say too much about my thoughts on this set because that's going to be my next video. But I am curious to know what you think about this set, especially those of you who have watched all 3 of these now. I'd like to know in the comments what you think about this set. Do you think it's a good set? Do you think it's kind of like a meh, I could take it or leave it kind of set? What do you think? Who's your favorite hero? Stuff like that. I want to know what you think about it. But I have a 5 and 2. So 5 and 2. So 5 recruit. Let's grab this 4 cost over here. Ooh, and we got Army of 1 Cable that came in. KO any number of cards from your hand. You get +1 for each card KO'd this way. So that is a really good card because you can get rid of the wounds that are in your hand. You can get rid of the wounds that may be in your discard pile. But if you have any wounds in your hand with that, you can KO them and make Omega Red just a little bit weaker. Alright, and we have Thorn coming in, and Wild Child is escaping. Wild Child has no escape effect, but we do choose a card from the HQ that costs 6 or less. Disaster Survivalist is good, but it doesn't really fit into what I am doing. So I think we will do that one. Alrighty, now. So I have a wound. I'm going to play Weapon X sequence. I have 0, 1, 4, 4. So that's a Weapon X sequence of 2. Then 1 recruit. 1 attack. 2 attack. And then no other instinct, so that is 2 attack. Or it could be 2 recruit. I'm gonna have it as 2 recruit and get this misdirection, Fantomex. Now, I have 5 attack, and let's see, Weapon X sequence is a 2, so I can fight Nuke for Weapon X sequence because he's only at a 4. Cannot fight Dawkins. I could fight Skinless Man. I forgot about Thorn's Ambush, but I do not have a feral in either side because this is the only feral we've seen and it's there. Okay. So I think I'm going to fight Thorn. So for 3, and then Berserk is 2, but her fight says draw the card you berserked. So I won that one. And I drew that one, so it is, whoops. 2 attack is what I have now because of that. Look at the top card of your deck, discard it, or put it back. I will discard it. Because I've got to have better stuff in there for next turn. So that will be turn number 7. Turn number 8. Scheme Twist. Wow, turn 8 in the first Scheme Twist. So twist number 1. Induce Violent Rage. If you don't defeat an enemy worth 2 VP or more this turn, then after you draw a new hand at the end of this turn, each player discards down to 4 cards. Okay? So this is kind of like a trap. And I have 4 attack. So with my 4 attack, I should be able to defeat Nuke. Because he is only at a 2, so that's a 4. So yeah, I'm going to use Bone Shards Marrow for 2, plus a Trooper for 1, plus another Trooper for 1, making me have 4. And I'm going to go ahead and fight Nuke. And he says reveal the top card of deck. Tech is not one of them. So that goes back and nothing happens. And then now I have 3 recruit. So the only thing So the only thing that I can recruit is 3 brains, Fantomex, officer, or sidekick. You know what? It could give me some recruit, so it's not the worst. So we'll go with that one. And all right. So yeah, nothing happens with the scheme because I succeeded it. Okay, yeah, that's right. I was just double checking. All right. turn number 9. Alright, so we have Huntsman coming in. Weapon X sequence. Ambush. Reveal the top 3 cards of the hero deck. 1, 2, and 3. Huntsman captures each that costs 4 less, so he captures all 3. So how Huntsman works is he's going to be there for a good minute because he has 2 Weapon X sequence, which is currently 3, so he is at a 5. And I have a 4 and 2. So nothing I can fight for 2, but 4. I'm going to go ahead and get Evolving Abilities Weapon H. And bonus shards Marrow comes in. I need to get some KO. So I've only KO'd, what, 2 non-grays out of the 24. Not very good, but I will get it eventually. Alright, turn number 10. Scheme Twist. So Scheme Twist number 2. Each player discards a strength or instinct or gains a wound. So this side cannot. And this side cannot. So each side gains a wound. Okay, and this side is a 3 and 2. So let's grab that one over here. Turn number 11. Typhoid Mary. She has Weapon X sequence, and much like Nuke, we reveal the top card of the hero deck and then do whatever based on what we reveal. Now I have Weapon X sequence, and this hand is just 0s and 1s, so that's a 2 attack, which means I also get 2 recruit from 3 brains. Wait a second. It's actually 3 because I have a 0, 1, and 2. Which means I get to draw a card because his says if you get 3 stars from Weapon X sequence, draw a card. And I drew a recruit. And I have 2 more recruits. And 2 attack. Alright, so Weapon X sequence is a 3. I have 6 recruit. We'll get an infused skeleton with adamantium. Maybe I should have gotten Weapon H. Because then it would only been a 1. But oh well. I still have 5 attack. It's a 3, so that's 6. 6 in a berserk. That's a 5, right? Yeah. And that's a 6. Let's fight Feral. For 3, and we'll berserk twice. 1, 2. That only cost me 3 attack. And fight. Choose a player to gain this as a hero. I will gain it on this side. And then I have 2 attack left. I can't do anything with that 2 attack. So that will be the end of my turn. Turn number 12. And so me getting Feral was useless because ambush, choose a card named Feral from any player's discard pile to enter the city as a villain. So Feral will come in. Skinless Man is going to escape. Bystander also escapes. So because of Bystander escape, each person has to discard a card. And discard a wound on that one side and a wound on this other side. And then KO card that cost 6 or less from the HQ. And alright, so we're going to play this first to get 2 attack. Then we're going to play this for 2 more attack, and then Berserk. I get another attack. And 2 recruit. So 5 attack and 2 recruit. Well, 2 recruit will get 3 brains. So Weapon X sequence is a 3. I'm going to fight Thorn. Berserk. Okay, I get to draw it, which gives me another recruit. Okay. And that was for 3 attack. So I could be bold and try to fight Feral as well. Fail, KO a non-gray hero from your discard pile. You know what? I'm not gonna chance it. Let's see, what was it gonna be? Yeah, it would have been a 2. It's a good thing I didn't chance it. Alright, turn number 13 is a Master Strike. So Master Strike, each player discards one of their ranged heroes. Yeah, I will discard Misdirection. And then I cannot do that on this side, so this side's going to gain a wound. But it's an enraging wound. Alright. So we're going to have one attack. We're going to have 2 more attack. And we're going to have 3 more attack. And then look at the top card of your deck. Discard it or put it back. I'm going to discard it because I'm going to be shuffling very soon. And I'd rather not have that in my next hand because I could have something better. Alright, so I have 6 attack, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, supposed to be 8 attack. Now I could give myself 3 attack and 5 recruit, but that won't really help me. I'm going to use the 8 attack and take out some things. So 3, 4, 5. So that is a Weapon X sequence of 3. So let's go ahead and fight Feral. Berserk. So she gets a +2, so that's 5. Then gain it as a hero. And I have 3 attack left. Let's see here. I can't do anything with a 3 attack, but I will have said that the second evolving abilities, Weapon H, would have done recruit instead of attack. Okay. Alright, turn number 14, and I have not hit the Mastermind yet. I think I'm starting to get close on the odd side. You know, the hand that's always an odd number whenever I play cards from that hand. Turn number 14 is Ultimaton. Double Weapon X sequence. Ambush. Each player discards a non-gray hero. We'll discard that one. Alright. So I have a 4 and 2. Alright, so 4 attack. I don't think I can fight anything for 4 attack. Because we have a Weapon X sequence of 3, so that's a 5, 6. He's like a 10. So, yeah, I cannot do anything this turn. It's crazy. Okay, turn number 15. Typhoid Mary comes in again. So this next turn I have a 2 and 2 with the wound. I mean, even if I would have had him, I would have had 5. I might have could have done something with 5. But let's go ahead and get a sidekick, so it's not totally worthless. Alright, turn number 16. Hey, Hellfire Cult. I forgot I had Henchmen, because I hadn't seen a Henchman yet. Alright, so Hellfire Cult comes in. They say fight, reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 0, KO. Otherwise, you get +1. Okay, now Dokken escaped, so KO something that costs 6 or less. Let's KO that one. Oh, it's turn number 16. Alright, so I have a wound. I have 2, 3, and 3. So let's recruit first, because the only thing that I can hit is the Hellfire Cult, and that will cause a reshuffle. So let's get misdirection over here. And then we will fight the Hellfire Cult. Just reveal the top card of your deck. I don't have a deck, so I have to shuffle. It does cost 0, so I KO it. Now, it's the first one that I did this turn, so it goes to the bottom of the deck. And then a new wound goes to the bottom of my deck. So, basically didn't do anything there except put that wound on the bottom. Alright. Turn number 17. Scheme Twist. Number 3. So we have to fight something. Don't defeat an enemy where 2 VP or less. Then each player discards down to 4 cards. Okay. I should be able to do that. Weapon X sequence. I have a 0, a 1, and a 0 and a 1, so that is 2 attack. Then 2 more. And then 1 more. So that's 5. Then 2 more. And 2 recruit. Alright. Then that triggers. I would have 9 if I fought the Mastermind. which I have a wound in my discard pile, so he's a 12, so I can't fight him. But I think I will fight one of these Typhoid Marys because Weapon X sequence is just 2 right now. So that means she's a 5. And we reveal the top card. It is Tech. KO one of your cards that costs 0. Nice. Alrighty. And then I had 2 recruit. We will get another sidekick. And it was a standard one. Alrighty. Turn number 18. Hellfire Cult comes out again. Alright, so we have 2 recruit. Two attack. Then 2 attack. 2 attack and a berserk, which gives me nothing. So I have 6. So still a 2, so we will fight Typhoid Mary on this side. It's still attack, so we get to KO a 0 cost. Okay, so that was 5. And we'll get a sidekick over here. Oh, and we get Lockheed. Turn number 19 is a bystander. Alright, so I do have Weapon X sequence. So let's see, we got a 0, 3, 4, and 2. So that's a Weapon X sequence of 3. So that's 3 recruit. And I get to draw a card. And we have a 4th recruit. Then we have a Weapon X sequence, which we know as 3. That was a 2, 3, 4. So that was a 3. So that's 3 attack. And I get to draw an extra card and put 1 card on the top of my deck next turn when I draw my new hand. Then another attack. Then we get 2 more attack. And look at the top card of your deck. I will keep that one there. And then, I also have a wound, which I can't play. And then I can have this make stars instead of attack, and it would be 2. So I can either have 8 attack, or I can have 6 recruit. I think 6 attack is going to be enough, because I can't adjust that city anymore. So I'm going to have it be recruit. Wrong one. So that way I can get slice and smash, berserk, and maybe trigger the future of weapon, the future of warfare weapon H. Yeah, because it's another green. Plus that will help on the next twist. Getting that. Okay, so that was 5. Now I have 6. So Weapon X sequence is a 2. So that is a 4 of my 6, and I would be able to gain 1 of those. It was 2. So that's 4, that would be 8 for that, and then 3. I think I'm just going to fight Henchmen for 4. And I'm going to choose to get Raging Regeneration Wolverine. And then he goes back to the bridge. And that is the end of that turn. Now I draw 7 cards because of misdirection. Fantomex's card, misdirection. So yeah, so with this scheme, random stuff happens on different twists, but on twist number 8, I lose. Which I just realized I have not been tracking that. Sorry about that. So I drew 7 cards, and now I choose one to put back on top. I think I'll put Future of Warfare back on top. Okay, turn number 20. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. Alright, Master Strikes are 2 of those. Scheme Twists are... We've had 3 of those. And Escape Villains, that's 1, 2, 3. Alright, there we go. Now we're all caught back up. Alright. Another Hellfire Cult comes in on turn number 20. Okay, so I'm going to play this Enraging Wound for 2 attack. And then another one for 3 attack. To take out the Hellfire Cult with the Henchmen. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 0, KO it. Otherwise, you get +1 recruit. Then I get 2 more recruit. And it's a 0, so it's a Weapon X sequence of 1. And then I have a Grievous one. So I have 4 recruit. Let's go ahead and get this guy here. Ooh, Weapon X Wolverine. It's rare. So use 4 and 3. Alrighty, so we're on turn number 21. And we have another Hellfire Cult come in. Alright, we're going to play Sidekick. Put it to the bottom of the Sidekick stack and draw 2 cards. Excellent. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we're going to play this one. Look at the top card of your deck. Discard it or put it back. I'm going to keep it there. Then I will do the same thing, but I will Berserk it this time. So that gives me a total of 6 attack. Let's see here. I have a card that calls for Weapon X sequence. Which is a 3, 2, 3, 4. So that's Weapon X sequence of 3. So that's 3 recruit. And I get to draw a card. Okay. Weapon X sequence, I now have a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is 5 attack there. Then I'm going to play this one for 2 attack. Berserk gives me 2 more attack. And then that gives me 3 attack. And 2 more recruit. Okay. Now here's the question. Do I take that back just a little bit? And with this, instead of getting 3 attack, I get 3 recruit. If I do that, I can get one of these 2 rares. Now, on Twist 7, it has to deal with Wolverines in the HQ. But I'm not really worried about that yet because I have 3 twists. So I'm not going to be recruiting that just to get it out of there. I think on these 2, this is a little bit stronger. Really good for berserking, but also can be good to hit Omega Red. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to take back 3 and do that and get Army of 1 for 8. Okay. And now I have 15. Now, he gets +2 while you have any wounds, and +2 while there are any wounds in your discard pile. I did not have any wounds in my hand or that I played, and none in my discard pile, so he is just at a flat 10. So we're going to fight him for 10. We get to fight him for his first tactic. See, I have been using this today. Alright, so Carbonadium Tentacles. After you draw new cards at the end of this turn, each player discards down to 3 cards or gains a wound. Ouch. Okay. So I'm going to put that here to remind me of that. And so I have 5 attack left. I can fight a Sapien, or not a Sapien, a Hellfire Cult. 2, 4, 5, 6. So that's a Weapon X sequence of 3. So I could fight him, but I will go ahead and fight a Hellfire Cult on this side. Reveal the top card. It does cost 0, so I will KO that. So it's the first wound I KO this turn. So goes to the bottom, then I gain a wound to the bottom of my deck. Alright, and that was for 3. Nothing I can do with 2. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's see. Discard down to 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So this side I will discard down to 3. And this one. 2, 3. We'll also discard down to 3 on this side. Alrighty, turn number 22. Feral comes in. So there are 3 Ferals in the Berserker villain deck, and there are 2 Thorns. I think I've seen both Thorns, so I'm not super worried about that. Alright, so this is what I have. I have a 2, 3, and 4. So that is a 3. And I get to draw a card, which is a Trooper, so I get 1 attack. Strike at the Heart of Evil, I get +2 attack. Then Weapon X sequence is 3 attack. Yeah, because it was a 2, 3, 4. So I have 6 attack and 3 recruit. I think I will get 3 brains for 2. And there's a lot of 4 costs in there. Alright, but 6 attack. see, so it's a 4, 5, 6. That's 3. So I could do this for 5. Yeah, let's do that. And I'll gain sentient bullets on this side. And that will be turn 22. Turn number 23. He is a Master Strike. Each player discards a ranged or gains a wound. Let's see. So this side will gain a wound. Yeah, I'll discard Misdirection. It's unfortunate, but I will. Alright, Slice and Smash to attack. And Berserk, get nothing. 3. So with that 3 attack, I'm going to fight the Sapien League. Ooh, not the Sapien League. Hellfire Cult. Not sure why I want to call them the Sapien League. And I get +1 recruit, which doesn't do anything, so we will just call that one there. Turn number 24 is another Master Strike. Alright, that means both sides are now getting wounds. Okay, let me update that. Master Strike. Alright, one more Master Strike though. And then we're good. Okay, let's see. So we're going to play this to get 2 attack. Then we're going to play this to get 2 more attack and Berserk. Nothing. Then we get 1 more attack. 2 recruit. And then I won't do anything with that. Okay, so 5 and 2. Nothing I can do. Well, I'll grab a sidekick. It's a standard sidekick. And then for 5, we still have a Weapon X sequence of 3. So that means he's at 10. I could fight him for 5 and get this one. But I think I'm going to fight and Berserk twice. So that's a 4, 6. Oh man, and then I KO a non-gray hero from my discard pile because I failed. Let's see. We'll do Misdirection because that will not help with berserking on this side. Alrighty. Turn number 25. Hellfire Cult. Hey, I got it right that time. Alright, let's first do Sidekick to draw 2 cards. 1, 2. So we're going to play Weapon X, Wolverine, infuse skeleton with adamantium, and we'll put a wound for my hand on top of my deck. And then get 2 more attack. Well, it is a total of 5. Because Weapon X sequence, I don't have any. I have a 0, a 5, and then this doesn't really have a cost. I mean, I could be wrong on that. I need to check that. It doesn't really matter because it'd either be a 3 or a 0. and either way doesn't help me with Weapon X sequence. So that'll be, and then I get 3 recruit as well, which I'll use to gain a sidekick, which I got Hairball, and 5 attack. Let's see. We'll gain Hyper Adaptive Skeleton. For all of your heroes' Berserk abilities this turn, you get the Berserk cards printed recruit, just like you get their printed attack. And then green superpower, Berserk. So turn number 26. We get another Scheme Twist, which this is number 4. Which is discard a strength or instinct hero or gain a wound. There we go. Alright, so let's get that resolved. Okay. Yeah, we'll discard Slice and Smash on the one side, and I gotta gain a wound on the other. Okay. Turn number 26. We get 2 attack, 2 more attack, nothing to trigger that Berserk, and then 4 recruit. Before I recruit, I'm going to fight the Hellfire cult for 3, and then reveal the top card of my deck. I get +1 recruit because it did not cost 0. So now I'm going to recruit this to try to break that Weapon X sequence up, which did not happen. But I do get a reshuffle. Turn number 27. Is a Hellfire cult. Alright, so we're going to draw a card. And 1 attack. 2 attack. 1 recruit. Alright, now I'm going to take these 3 wounds and I'm going to KO all 3 of them. Okay? Now, it says, when you KO any wounds for the first time in turn, put them on the bottom of the wound deck. So these 3 go to the bottom of the wound deck. And then I gain 1 to the bottom of my deck. So that was a nice little trade, 3 for 1. Turn number 28. Another Hellfire cult. Alright, let's go ahead and draw 2 cards. One, 2. Okay, 0, 3, 5. So that's a Weapon X sequence of 1. So that's 3 attack. Plus bone shards is 2 attack. Plus another one, 6 attack. 3 recruit. And then a wound. Oh wait, I've got to put a card on the top of my deck. So we'll put this wound on the top. I would have done that anyway. Alright, so 6. Let's see, what is the Weapon X sequence? It's 4, 5, 6. So that's a 3. So that's 5 for Huntsman. Still 10 for Automaton. Berserk I might be able to do. Hellfire Cult, I could get rid of 2 of them. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll do the first one. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 0, which it does, KO it. So that. And that. That was a nice trade of Grievous Wound for an Enraging Wound. And then we will do the same thing again with the other Hellfire Cult. It does cost 0. Ooh, that was 2 really good trades. I got rid of 2 Grievous and a Standard Wound. And got 2 Enraging Wounds. So that was a nice little trade-off. Plus, they're at the bottom of my deck, and I won't have to worry about them for a bit. And then 3 recruit. Let's grab a sidekick. Ooh, and I got skids. Alright, so 6. Alrighty, that is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3. That hand should be decent next turn. 29. Another Hellfire Cult. The villain deck is getting very small, which means let's just kind of count it. I know there's 1 bystander, 1, 2, 3 twists, 1 strike. So there's 6 villains or henchmen left, probably mostly henchmen left. So I've got to be hitting hard soon. Okay, so let's play Raging Regeneration Wolverine for 2, and then too late. I should have. It doesn't really matter, but I get 2 more attack because I berserked evolving abilities with 2 printed attack. Then I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play Hyper Adaptive Skeleton, so I get +1 of each. And now, whenever I berserk, I get printed recruit or printed attack. So when I berserk, it's gonna be great either way. And then we're gonna get 2 more attack. And we're gonna berserk twice. 1, 2. And then we're going to play this for 2 base, and then we're going to put this one on top of my hand, top of my deck. And then let's see, Weapon X sequence. I've got a 0, 2, 4, 5. So that's a 2. Okay. And then 1 recruit. Or 1 more recruit. Let's see, no wounds in hand, none in my discard pile. So he is worth 10. Each other player discards a tech hero or gains a wound. Is there a tech hero? Yes, and I can discard one of those. Okay. Oh. That is now the second Mastermind tactic. And I have 3 left. So yeah, let's fight the Hellfire Colt. Real top card does cost 0, so I will KO that. And then for 2, I'm going to recruit a Psychic Standard. Alrighty. Turn number 30. Scheme Twist, and that is number 5. If you don't defeat an enemy where 2 VP or more this turn, then and then everyone discards down to 4 cards. Yeah. But that should not be a problem. Alright, so I have Weapon X sequence. So I have a 0, a 1, a 2, a 3. So Weapon X sequence is for 4 attack. And then we'll do 2 more attack and a Berserk, which gives me another one. Then 2 more attack. And then that gives me 4 recruit, and I get to draw a card, and 2 more attack. Sorry, 2 more recruit. And I'm pretty sure I have a wound in here. No, I do not. So that is unfortunate because I could have fought him for 10. Oh no, I do have a wound, enraging wound. So he would have been 12. So I still would need 3 more attack. Alright, so 9. Let's see. And still at 3. This is a good card. I'm going to get this one for 5. No, I want to get the rare for 6 since I've got 6. And it's a 1. So now it's just a 2. So he is an 8. So I'm going to fight him since I finally can hit him. And each person KOs one of their gray heroes. Okay. Turn number 31. Pharaoh comes out. Alright, so I have a Weapon X sequence of 2 because I have a 3, a 4, and an 8. So that's 2 attack, and I'm going to put it here to remind myself of its effect. Then we get 2. And then we're going to get 5 attack from that. Then I'm going to look at the top card of my deck. Discard or put it back? We'll put it back. And then we will do 2 more. I'm pretty sure I don't have any wounds. No wounds. So we still just a 10 over there, which is crazy on this side. I must have all of my wounds in the bottom of it. I didn't have any cards I wanted to KO for the extra attack. So we will fight him for 10. You may return a wound from your hand from any player's discard pile to the bottom of the wound deck. If you do, draw a card. So there's no wound in my hand. None in my discard pile. I will add that one there. And then I draw a card, which gives me +2. And then look at the top card. I'm going to discard that one, and then I'm going to Berserk, which doesn't give me anything. So I have 3 attack. No recruit. So I'm just gonna not do anything with that last bit of recruit. Are you serious? Do I only have 1 wound in this entire deck on this other side? Yeah, only 1 wound. I don't know how that happened. Felt like I've been getting a lot of wounds, but maybe that was just all the wounds were on the other side. 4, 5, 6, 7, and put 1 back on top. Let's put that 1 back on top. 32. Master Strike. Okay, I gain a wound over here. And 1 over here. Alright, so that's a Weapon X sequence of 1. Then this is another 3. But it goes back on the bottom. Then I get a 1 and 1. Alright, so 6. Let's fight Feral. She's a 5, so I do gain her. And then we'll gain a sidekick. And I get Throg. Okay, turn number 33. Scheme Twist, number 6. Okay, number 6. So discard a strength or a raged, strength or instinct or gain a wound. Let's see. We'll go ahead and gain a wound over there. And we'll gain a wound over here. Oh yeah, the top card of your deck. We'll discard that. And Weapon X sequence of 1, so that would give me 5 attack. And 2 recruit. Let's go ahead and grab Sentient Bullets for 1 of my 2. 5 attack. 3, 4, 5. So that's. We'll fight Henchmen and get him completely out of there now. Okay. 34. Scheme Twist. Number 7. 1 more Scheme Twist and we lose. So 7 says for each Wolverine and or Logan hero in the HQ, each player gains a wound. So that means each player gains 2 wounds. Alright, turn 34. I'm going to play that for 2, 2, 3, and then I'm going to rest all 3 of these. Gain that one there. That's all I'm doing there. 1, 2. Alrighty. I still have to hit him 3 more times. And I'm not getting the wounding aspect of Omega Red is not really what's killing me. It's just I don't have the way I don't really have a I'm not getting up to that attack threshold easily. Turn number 35. Bystander. Hold on, let me just double check my master strikes. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I did not. Alright, I got off on my tracking a little bit. Okay. Here we go. Let's first play Hairball to draw a card. Hairball gives me 1 attack, 2, 3 attack. So 0, 2, 5. So Weapon X sequence is just a 1. 2, 3. And then 2. And Berserk is a 2. So 7. Well, let's fight her. 1, 2. Oh, I fail. KO a non-gray hero from your discard pile. I was not expecting the rare to come up in fighting Feral. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Turn number 36. Turn number 36. Hellfire Cult. Let's see here. I have 4 cards. One of those 4 is the game-ending twist. And I had to hit him 2 more times. Alright, so we're going to play this one for 3 attack. And I must discard 3 cards and then draw a card. Which gives me +2. And then 3 more. And then I must discard a card. So, because of these enraging wounds, he's at 12. And then I have some ones in there, so he's at 14 right now. So even if I gave myself the +2 from Cables, +2 for the Mastermind, I wouldn't be enough to hit him. So 8. Let's Berserk twice. So that's 2. So that's 5, and I get to gain that as a hero. So that's 5. And I have 3 left. Perfect. So like that, reveal it. Okay, I get +1 recruit. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Turn 37. Weapon X sequence, sneak, fight, all that good stuff. Alright, let's see what I can do here. No other green, so we'll play this. where I get anything that's printed. So that's a 2. I have a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a Weapon X sequence of 5. So, and then another Weapon X sequence of 5. Should be at 11, right? Because 5 from there, 6 plus 5 more is 11. Then we're going to play this for 2 more. And then we're going to play this for 2. And Berserk twice. 1, 2. And then... and I think that will win me the game. Let me just double check my thing. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That is correct. So let's... ooh, I forgot about the wounds. I may not have won this. Let's see. Wounds in here. Yeah, there are wounds in my discard pile. None in my hand, so he's a 12. So let's fight him for 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4. For 12. This is not the final tactic. It is the final tactic. Okay, so I don't worry about that. But it does say if this is not the final tactic, and if you have at least 2 wounds in your hand and or discard pile, turn all of them to the bottom of the wound deck and shuffle this tactic back into Omega Red's other tactics. So this would have been terrible if it wasn't the last one. But it is the last one. I got very lucky on that pull. And I now have 8 attack. Which is unfortunate because, well, I mean, he still would be 12 because I still have those wounds in my deck, in my discard pile. But with the 8, I will fight Nuke because 3, 4, 5, so he's at a 5. And I get +2 recruit. Not that. +2 recruit. So let's go ahead and get him. Alrighty, now 1. Alright, so I just have to hit Omega Red one more time. I mean, I would have won if I wasn't playing Final Blow, but it's tired time. I've been playing Final Blow. Then take a card and... no, let's not put that one back. Let's put... put that one back on top. Alright, turn number 38. Hellfire Cult. 0, 2, 3, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Recruit and 3 attack. Alright, so I have 3 attack. Let's go ahead and fight the Hellfire Cult. Reveal the top. KO it. Now I have 3. I have a 0, 2, 3, so that is a 3, 4, 5. Let's just go ahead and grab that one. Alright. So, turn number 39. Here's what we're looking at. Turn number 39. There are 2 cards left in the villain deck. I lose on the next twist. If I pull this card and it's not a twist, I might win the game. 2, 4. Let's see. Before we do it, let's just see if I would win the game. Okay, let's see here. Weapon X sequence of 1. Weapon X sequence of 2. So that would be 2 attack. 4, 5. 7. I'll discard that. So I'd only be at 7, and I need 14. So, whoopsie, I messed up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it was like that. Alright, well, let's just see what it is. It is Cyber. I thought there was 2 Cybers, and that's only the first one I've seen. Alright, Cyber. Alright, so 0, 1, yeah, so that's a 2, and then do 2 and Berserk. Look at the top card of your deck. Discard it, and Berserk, and all that. Okay. Yeah, I cannot fight him, so that's the end of this turn. And then twist number 8. Final card of the villain deck, and evil wins. I was so close. One more there. I was so close to victory. I might have won it on this one. 3, let's see, 0, 1. That'd be 2, 4, 7, 8. 10. Oh, I was still going to be 4 attack short. But that is the game. Hope you have been enjoying the Weapon X playthroughs. So the next thing is a review video with me giving my thoughts on this set and what I think about it, and if I would recommend you pick it up or pass it on it. I mean, obviously, if you are trying to collect the entire collection, go ahead and get it. No worries there. But if you're like trying to pick and choose which expansions you get, should you get this, should you not, what are my thoughts, that'll be the next video on that. That'll be the next video. And then if you want to see me fight one of these masterminds on their epic sides, leave in the comments not only what you think about what you have seen, like the heroes, favorite heroes, stuff like that, but also if you want to see me fight an epic, I will fight an epic mastermind in solo, so that would be only 3 heroes. Fighting at one of the 3 masterminds, Omega Red, Romulus, or Sabretooth, on Epic as a solo game with one of the schemes. I will do that, but that video won't be till after the tournament, and I will do that if I get enough people in the comments suggesting a mastermind on that. So if you want to see me fight one of these masterminds as epic after I give the review and after the tournament that is coming up, then leave a comment of which mastermind you would like to see me fight. And maybe you can put there what heroes you would like.